I'm Tig, welcome back to week 34 of me documenting my progress as a musician and a guitarist. The catch is, this week is the first week I'm actually not going to show any of my guitar playing. And if you're new here, this is the first time I've ever done this. Normally these videos feature a lot of guitar, as well as songwriting, jams, etc. But really the purpose of these videos is for me to document my progress and my week to week as a musician overall. Guitar is the main focus and tends to be the driving force there, but not always. As after stopping back in the UK after my travels in Asia, I'm now off to Lisbon to live there for 3 months. So as I make the move over there and transition into the new place, I knew this week would be pretty limited in terms of the time and focus I have to put together a good video. So I pulled out an idea that I thought I would do last summer when I was initially moving out of Nottingham, but didn't need to, which is document me playing the piano. Now, how does this fit into my journey and history as a musician? Well, when I was 13, I'd been playing guitar for a couple of years, was playing for like 6+ hours a day, something like that. And one day I just randomly got a bit bored. One day I just randomly decided to have a go on the dusty keyboard that had been in the house for a couple of years, but not really used. I started watching like very popular songs at the time, like basically chart music at the time of 2013, and trying to replicate it by playing just the chords with my left hand and the melody with my right hand. I remember going onto a website, looking up the very basics of how to play chords on a piano. I always remember how simple I found it, and not that's nothing to do with me, but more the patterns of chords on the piano and how simple I found the formula in terms of how to play a major chord. It's always X notes this way on the piano. Or a minor chord, the same pattern, but then you just shift this note one to the left. When I was 13, even before I understood much about music theory, that was really, really easy to get. And I just went down a total rabbit hole for I don't know how long, how many months. It can't have been many months. I don't remember it being more than like 3 months, but I made so much progress and was just picking up songs, partly by ear, partly by just watching other people play them on piano and getting the chords. And I'm so grateful looking back on it because that skill has just served me so well in all the years. I can always just go to a piano, play really what's on my mind or hear a song and be able to replicate it because of that foundational knowledge and practice that 13-year-old Tig gave to me. When I moved to university when I was 18, this went pretty dormant. I didn't really touch pianos much apart from when there was one in the room on my music course. And then when I moved out of university and into a flat or apartment in Nottingham in 2021, I found myself itching to play a piano but didn't have one. In the lobby of our apartment, people would always leave free things. We picked up like a piano stool, for example, picked up lots of other things that some I still have to this day. And I just kept thinking, I just bet there'll just be a piano down there one day. It would be crazy, but I can just see it happening. And one day, after spending the night away at a festival, I came back in the morning, like pretty hungover and everything, walked in, and into the lobby, there was a piano sitting right there. So obviously I snagged it, put it up in the lift, and it's been with me to now 4 different homes since then. Sometimes we had to put it on wheels, put it sideways to get it into the elevators, things like that. You can see we even attempted to paint it once, never really finished it. But all the point to say, this piano behind me has got a bit of a backstory and it's been with me through a lot of different times. If you've been watching these videos before, you'll know that I have been away from this piano for months because I was in Asia. So I got back here and had access to it again for the last couple of weeks. So I've been tinkering away on it a little bit, not too much. But I thought, what better time to just jump back in and just freestyle, have a bit of a medley through some of the most recent songs that I used to play. So what I'm about to show you is just one flowing, long take of me going through some of my favorite songs from last summer, because that was the last time I was playing piano regularly. Some of them are a bit rusty, it's not perfect, but there is a bit of a medley there. I had to think before I hit record about which song would flow into the next one nicely based on keys, things like that. And I hope you enjoy this very raw look into some of my piano playing, along with my arrangements of some of my favorite songs. Obviously, I named the songs on the screen as they were going, so if you want to check them out or reference anything, they're right there. I hope you enjoyed. That's it for this video. I'm moving to Lisbon this week, so going to say goodbye to the piano again for I'm not really sure how long. So I think I gave it a good tribute and a good goodbye for now by making it the focal point of this video and also making things much easier for myself as I now take the next week to move in, get settled, and see what I can document into next week's video as I as I set up the guitar, my music space in a new office, in a new city, in a new country. So if you're curious to follow as I become a musician in Lisbon, then hit subscribe and I'll see you next week.